Chapter 6. Motivation is overrated, environment often matters more. It is easier to build habits in a new environment because you will not be reminded of old cues. Every habit is started by a cue. We tend to notice cues that stand out. Therefore, make the cues of good habits obvious in your environment. So, for example, put your gym clothes where you'll be able to constantly see it. The economist Hawkins Stern described an idea he called suggestion impulse buying, which is triggered when a shopper sees a product for the first time and visualizes a need for it. For example, items at eye level tend to be purchased more than those down near the floor. The more available a product or service is, the more likely you are to buy it. Chapter 7. The secret to self-control. The inversion of the first law of behavior change is make it invisible. In the Vietnam War, research revealed that 35% of soldiers had tried heroin and 20% were addicted. The discovery led to the Special Action Office of Drug Abuse Prevention to promote prevention and rehabilitation and to track addicted soldiers when they returned home. They found that when soldiers who had been heroin users returned home, only 5% of them became re-addicted within a year, and just 12% relapsed within 3 years. In other words, 9 out of 10 soldiers who used heroin in Vietnam eliminated their addiction nearly overnight. This revealed that addictions can dissolve if there is a radical change in the environment. In Vietnam, soldiers spent all day surrounded by cues triggering heroin use. It was easy to access, they were under the constant stress of war, and they built friendships with soldiers who were also heroin users. Once a soldier returned to the US, there were no cues to trigger the addiction anymore. To get more self-control, you need to spend less time in tempting situations. Do not rely on willpower alone. For example, don't follow Instagram models if you want to quit pornography. Seeing a sexy picture could tempt you to watch pornography. Chapter 8. How to make a habit irresistible. The second law of behavior change is make it attractive. Habits are a dopamine-driven feedback loop. It is the anticipation of a reward and not the reward itself that gives us the motivation to do something. Your brain has more neurons allocated for wanting rewards than for liking them. Researchers have found that 100% of the nucleus accumbens brain region is activated during wanting, while only 10% of the region is activated during liking. You can use this motivation you get from craving a reward to bundle it with a task you need to do. This is called temptation bundling. Temptation bundling can be used to make your habits more attractive. The technique is to pair an action you want to do with an action you need to do. For example, if you need to clean your room, bundle it with listening to your favorite music. Chapter 9. The role of family and friends in shaping your habits. People have a strong desire to fit in and belong to the tribe, therefore we usually adopt the habits that our culture has. We tend to copy the habits of 3 social groups: the close, family and friends; the many, the tribe; and the powerful, those with status and prestige. To build better habits, make friends with or join a culture where your desired behavior isn't normal behavior, and where you already have something in common with the group. If a certain behavior makes people respect and praise us, then we find it attractive. Chapter 10. How to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. The inversion of the second law of behavior change is make it unattractive. Highlight the negatives of a bad habit. Habits are attractive after we associate them with positive feelings,